I'm Ron Bushman. I started a company called Info Retail. Have transitioned through a few different brands and identities, but doing a lot of retail design work and helping a lot of brands to make really effective retail environments and communications. I met Bill a number of years ago when I joined the CEO Roundtable, the Brain Trust, and Bill brought a lot of great insights and intelligence to that group, and I decided to enlist him to help us at Info Retail. At the time, we had lost one of our larger clients. The team was not at full capacity, and they were, I'm going to say, restless and uncomfortable with some of the things that were going on. Whenever there's not enough work, there's potential for a little bit of unrest, you might say. And so I think sometimes we were getting in our own way. Bill came in. We were at a point where I really felt like there were a number of folks within the company that I thought had a lot of potential, but I was really believing I might have to let them go because we just couldn't seem to get them refocused and to be on board. And so we decided to take the retreat to the mountains, and we took the whole company up for a weekend. It was very challenging. It was a great commitment, and it was a lot of work. But after working through so many of the communications questions, issues, and relationship issues, and so on, to the point where the team was about ready to kill each other, we started to reformulate and rebond, and through that process it was really neat to watch the transitions within people. It was definitely a challenging piece, but I think everybody grew through that weekend, both from a business standpoint and from a personal standpoint. And I had a number of folks that when they came back, we started using the terminology more appropriately, and we refocused. One individual in particular that had been extremely frustrated, and we could not seem to understand why there was such a big issue, asked to have a meeting after we got back, and he had pulled a number of components and parts and looked at the whole project that we were working on from a system standpoint, and then just jumped into it and said, these are why I'm concerned, these are the issues. And he went through and outlined different ways that we were handling things and what his recommendation was, and we went through it, and naturally we all agreed with what he was saying, and we made changes to make those corrections and make it so that we would have a more robust program going forward, and fewer complications in the field, all those kinds of things that you want to have happen. And it's just so interesting that we could not seem to get that kind of focus before the retreat, and afterwards it just seemed so obvious, and it was great. The terminology that we used and have adopted within the company from the program and from the book and from the readings and the workshops helps to keep people refocusing and in the right directions as you're working through all the normal challenges that come at everybody every week, every day. But being able to have a common language and go back to those same things allows team members to help keep each other on track. I know it had a financial impact, positive financial impact on the company. The parts that really got exciting for me is when you would have one team member using the terminology and using the program to help keep another team member on track and focused and engaged. And engaged and focused team members clearly are what you're after.